What do you do when the president's beard puts you out of business? Why, start a board game company, of course. Board games throughout history. Hello, once again, I am Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise, coming at you with another installment of Board Games Throughout History, where we take a look at games that have either had a significant impact on gaming culture or are just very old. Today, we will be talking about Milton Bradley's The Checkered Game of Life, later known simply as The Game of Life, a game in which players follow the unpredictable winding course of one's life, made possible by the unpredictable winding course of the life of the game's designer, Milton Bradley.
Be a winner at the Game of Life.
Back in the 1860s, Mr. Bradley was a draftsman, running a successful lithography business. In fact, at the time, games were the furthest thing from his mind, as he was too busy selling copies of his top-grossing lithograph featuring a fresh-faced presidential candidate named Abraham Lincoln. Unfortunately, the bottom soon fell out of the Abraham Lincoln lithograph market after the Great Emancipator here decided to grow himself a beard. No longer able to sell images of a chin-bear politician, Milton Bradley decided to start a board game empire. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, it's my ludicrosity alarm. That is officially the most ridiculous statement I have ever uttered. Milton Bradley's first board game design was The Checkered Game of Life, in which players moved a piece across a checkerboard-like path with squares that would affect the player's status. For example, the space labeled Industry would reward the player with wealth, and gambling spaces would lead to ruin, and Intemperance would lead the player to poverty. In fact, in its first edition, players would even be eliminated from the game if they landed on the space labeled Really? That particular space was eventually removed from the game entirely, as it slowly morphed into the colorful, multi-path version that we know today. But not before its original version would go on to sell over 40,000 copies in the 1860s. Milton Bradley didn't let the opportunity pass him by to get the most out of his checkered game of life. But not only did his game design make a significant impact on history, but what he did with the game did as well. As an advocate for children's education, Milton Bradley supplied kindergartens with educational toys, even at the expense of his own company's profits. And after years of putting his own company at risk for the betterment of kindergarten programs, his efforts began to take root late in his life as a growing number of teachers began to finally embrace the concept of educational play. So, whether you like life or think it's a waste, well, at least you can take comfort in the fact that the designer of life didn't waste his. I'm Milton Bradley, encouraging you to sign up for my Milton Bradley all-in-one business courses, where you will build a fortune on an Abraham Lincoln bare-faced lithography empire, a financial business foundation guaranteed to never crack or crumble. One moment, please. Hello? Yes? He did what? On his face. Okay. They're down how much? Oh. Yes, sell everything. Oh. Okay, thank you. Martha! Bring me my checkerboard.